Dude, this is out of control. I just paid $4.50 a gallon for freaking gas. Well, it's not Trump's fault. Gas goes up sometimes. Yeah, well, I mean, I understand that things get more expensive and that the cost goes up over time, but with Trump, it's gone up $1.50 in like 6 weeks. So what? You're not blaming Trump for that, are you? Well, I wasn't blaming Trump, but I mean, now that you mention it, he is the one that started this war. You can't be serious. Trump had to do something. Iran was about to get a nuclear weapon. Do you really think Iran should have a nuclear weapon? Look, honestly, man, I just want gas to go back to $3 a gallon. But you just told me like a couple months ago that Trump destroyed their nuclear program and it would be decades before they'd ever be able to come up with a nuclear weapon, didn't you? No, I don't think that was me. No, that must have been somebody else. Trump never said that Trump never said that he destroyed their nuclear weapons, because if he did, then we wouldn't have to go in there, now. Yeah. Yeah, no, I never said that. Bro, why are you lying? It was literally like a month ago that you told us that we didn't have to worry about Iran anymore. And then we all started laughing because none of us were worried about Iran. We were just trying to play Baldur's Gate. And then you made us watch that stupid video of Pete Hegseth going around telling us not to worry about Iran anymore. Now listen here. Trump told you and all your commie buddies 8 weeks ago that this conflict was only going to go on for 2 weeks. And if you're not smart enough to understand that, there's nothing we can do for you. Hey everybody, this is Troy over at Uncomfortable Truths. Thanks for checking me out. So this is where we're at now. We have Trump loyalists, the few that are remaining, are really trying to stick hard to convince you that, hey, we really didn't have a choice. Trump is out here making sure that he's keeping us safe. But guys, we 100% had a choice. There is literally no reason whatsoever for us to get involved in this conflict in the slightest. It doesn't benefit us. And for all the people that are now saying that somehow we're safer, it's just not the case, because going around and actually shutting the Strait of Hormuz down has emboldened the Iranian regime, because now they're forced to get a nuclear weapon, because we've shown that all of these nuclear agreements that we keep breaking, we can't have peace with them. We're going to keep attacking them. So if they want to be safe, just like North Korea wants to be safe, then what they're going to have to do is actually develop a nuclear weapon. So we've guaranteed that Iran will not stop until they have a nuclear weapon to use as deterrence. That's where we're at now, and it was completely pointless, because the only reason we got involved was so that Trump could help all of his boys out over in Israel, because this doesn't have anything to do with us. Iran isn't a threat to the United States. They weren't threatening us. They haven't done anything to us. And we've been saying for decades that Iran is about 2 weeks away from getting a nuclear weapon, and we have to do something. Otherwise, they're going to bomb Israel. But I'm going to be honest, guys. Who cares if they bomb Israel? It would be sad. It would be tragic. But we can't stop all the bad things in the world. And quite honestly, Israel running around to all of its neighbors, starting fights, has made it impossible for them to have peace with their neighbors. You can't have peace with somebody that is constantly attacking your country and all of their neighbors. So for all the people that are out there apologizing for Israel, we're well past that. You have lost an entire coalition of people from the Republican Party, completely fractured. Nobody serious is now supporting Donald Trump and saying that this was a good move. And you know it was a horrible move, because the goal now is to go back to where we were before we started the war. You know, back when the strait was open, back before we had countries that were literally taking days off work because they don't have the gas to actually get the people to work. We're seeing that all over Asia. And by the way, we're also alienating our own allies. Japan has now actually had possibly secret interactions with Iran. And we know this because we actually saw that one of their ships made it through. So now we have people going behind our backs in order to actually go and make deals with Iran. And guys, it's not their fault. They don't have a choice, because they need to have the fuel to keep the lights on in their country. And we're not helping them. We're not helping our huge trading partners like Japan, because we're too busy helping an insignificant welfare state, Israel, keep all of their wars of aggression going. Honestly, what we really should be doing is just saying, you know what? This whole thing was a mistake. Trump messed up, and we're just going to back out completely. And if it means that he goes and he pretends that we've won the war, then go and do it. But obviously we're not winning the war when our goal now is to go back to where we were before we started the war. We made no gains. And what we've actually done is we've guaranteed that at some point, Iran will have a nuclear weapon because they don't have a choice. If they don't have a nuclear weapon, we're going to keep attacking them. And for those of you that don't know, we actually had a nuclear agreement with Iran that they were following, and we, the United States, broke the deal. Then Trump just said, I'm not going to honor it in his first term. And now we're back to this position where we're trying to go back to an agreement that was literally already set by the Obama administration, broken by the Trump administration. But let's be clear, our own senators and our own traitors that are in our government that are pretending to represent us, they've also been pretty keen to break the deal. Because the primary goal of the people elected in the United States appears to be to serve Israel, because nobody in the United States wants it, or very few people, because we're going to see these gas prices keep going up. We've just now started to feel the effects of what's been happening the last couple months. But guys, even if they were to turn everything on tomorrow, which they're not, even if that were to happen, it's still going to take months and months for things to go back to normal. And now we actually have Iran. They're charging people tolls to pass through the strait. So we've also made sure that they're going to have more money coming in. We've increased the price of gas for everybody in the world because we now have a supply and demand issue. And on top of that, they have to pay Iran a tax for traveling through their waterway. That's what we've done. And guys, if you're still rooting for Trump at this point, just stop. You can see with your eyes how poorly this is going because every gas station you're driving by, all of that is Trump's fault. This was completely unnecessary, and that's the uncomfortable truth, guys. All of this pain and all of this financial crisis that the entire world is going through, and it's really barely even hitting us, all of it is pointless and unnecessary. This was done because Trump miscalculated, and he was making sure that he was working for Israel and not putting America first. He doesn't care about making America great again. What he wants to do is serve his clients over in Israel because who he really works for is the Israeli government and Benjamin Netanyahu. He doesn't care about putting America first, and he doesn't care about the American soldiers that have already lost their lives in this conflict. So we now have 13 American soldiers. They're gone. They're not coming back. And their sacrifice didn't even help America in the slightest. Trump wasted American soldiers' lives in order to make sure that he could keep his rich buddies in Israel making money and starting wars of aggression. And that's the point we're at right now, guys, where the leader of the American government, the leader of the United States, doesn't actually care about the American people and instead only cares about the rich oligarchs in Israel. And before everyone starts jumping down my throat saying, oh, we have to protect Israel, they're a wonderful democracy and they're our special allies in the Middle East, keep in mind, they don't provide us with anything. We pay for their weapons, we pay for all of their military, we pay for all of their wars, and in return, we get nothing. We're supporting a country with free healthcare while people here, veterans included, live on the streets. That's a situation that's happening right now, and that's the America that Trump is making sure that we keep because he's not here to help Americans, guys. So that's what we have for this one today. Go ahead, hit like and subscribe, and share the uncomfortable truths, everybody. Take care.